Hello, good afternoon. I'm here again with this absolutely fabulous new airplane of Just Flight, the Warrior 2. I had an issue, I still have it, with my Honeycomb Yoke. It failed to start with cold and dark, but it has nothing to do with the plane itself. It was a Honeycomb, but it's also a conflict of the plane. So Just Flight, I contacted them. I opened an official ticket yesterday, like in the morning. I was here very late when I was doing all this, and they already provided a solution to me, which I'm gonna test out right now. So they gave me an engine config file that I had to replace in my community folder of that plane and overwrite the existing one, and it should be fixed. But they asked me to test it, which I'm gonna do right now. I'm here at the same location as before, so Popham. Beautiful airfield, and I'm here. Different livery though. More British. Doesn't show my custom Sparky call name. That's why I took the other one last time. And here you have a beautiful livery with the UK logo, flag, and everything on it. Beautiful airplane. Everything is turned off, so it's gonna be cold and dark. The bikes are out to play because it's nice weather. If it's raining, they don't appear. So let's get into the plane and test it live. Okay, here we go. So the GPS panel. I have an optional. Last time I didn't mention it. Maybe you think it's standard, but it's not. It's a custom modded GTN 750 GPS unit. You have to pay €75 lifetime for it if you want to have it. Once you have it, I'm never gonna go back to any other. It's the best. So that's on the GTN 750. So this plane also supports it, like any other the Just Flight Piper Arrow planes. They all support it. It's nice. So let's do refill and everything, and you can hear the noise of the oil in the battery. Oil, bloop bloop bloop, and recharging. Electricity spark noise. The rest, the auto fuel selector, I keep it off because I want to do it manually with the lever down below, left and right wing. You have to always check your left and right wing fuel level and select the fullest tank, which you have to do switching this lever. But of course, have the fuel pump on before switching the fuel tanks. That's a golden rule. Let's open the door, unlock it here and above, and push the door open at the handle and smell that nice British air, which is beautiful weather. So cold and dark.
Cold and dark selected.
And then he closes the door again. So everything is off now, and I'm gonna do it. So I hear the electricity going already. And the manual states to leave the navigation off. First start the engine because it has a pretty low battery as far as I know. So I'm gonna turn the battery on. Oh, wrong one. This one. Then the test button, you have to keep it pressed. It's not on yet. The alternator on. No, it doesn't work yet. So it will come when the engine is running. So make sure full. Make sure that the parking brake is on, of course, which it is. Magnetos left and right already. So the key, which is the right, left, both. That works just as before, but the start didn't work. So I'm unlocking. You have to twist it with your scroll mouse key and just hear that beautiful noise. Just a few times. That will be enough. Lock it. That's it. The fuel. Let's put the left fuel tank. Put the fuel pump on. There we go. And then a little bit throttle. And start. Wow. That's what I call support. Just Flight, thank you so much. This configuration engine file did it. So I'll mention it also in the comments below. The support is just fabulous. Of course, you created the plane, so I'm talking to the source. So now, yeah, as you can see, you have to keep the button pressed. In the older Piper aeroplanes, you just have to press it once and they do flash on, but you really have to keep it pressed. This is a nice little add-on. And there's also there is an hour counter of how much hours that I already flown with this bird. I haven't checked if these other planes have it also. Alright, so I can turn the GPS on. This I also found is a different switch. It's here on the right here. Click. And I can turn all the other electronics on. Then my GPS starts. Put all my lights on. Navigation lights. These are all mapped also to my Honeycomb. No crosswind, so that's all looking good. Same navigation to Farnborough. Let's check if the weather data is now working. Yesterday it wasn't, but it has nothing to do with the plane. This is pure the GPS GTN 750 mod. So I go to flight plan, I go to Popham, waypoint info, and weather data. Nope, it doesn't show weather data of Popham, so I don't know why. The runways 03 and 21. There's also runway 26. So there we go, runway 8 to 26. That's the one I'm on. That's the runway right here in front of my nose, I think. So that's where I am. So I'm gonna roll down to runway 26 and take off. I don't know what the wind direction is. Is there a windsock I can see from here? There's one below there. Is there a windsock? Well, let's check. Ah, there it is. So it's correct, eh? No, it's not really. It's blowing a little bit crossy. So it should be better to take off from the other side. I didn't take off yet, so let's go to the other side. So that should be runway 08 then, I think. Yep. Internal lights. I don't need it now, but they all work. Here it's a dimmer. See the percent-wise, and you can see the lights get more extreme of the dashboard. For night flying, it's superb. Eh? And then also the little light up top here. If you turn that on, you can also make it brighter, and that will just illuminate the entire cockpit with a little red light glow that will give you enough light to see where everything is. Okay, so now I covered a little bit more than I said in the last video, so let's get up in the air. I don't need these lights, so I'm gonna turn it off. Voila. Off this light. I also don't need it. Click, you can hear the click, it's off. Let's check the fuel, right and left. There's more fuel on the right, so let's put the fuel back. It's still on. Oops. I always have to get it right, because you see the engine go off if you turn it off, no more fuel. So that's okay. Fuel pump off. You can really hear the noise disappear of the fuel pump. Hear it? Beautiful. Alright, enough yapping. So I'm gonna go to the other side. I think that's also more nice. I don't have to turn around then. Alright, getting ready. Opening this little window so I can hear the engine better. Okay. Yeah, I can hear the propeller go. It's nice. So the door is locked, it's latched here and on top. Yep, closed. This iPad can go away. Let's check if everything is working. Left, right rudder with a beautiful noise. Up, down, and the aerials. Yep, it's working. Do I still see? Ah, it's still it's secured to the floor, the ground. I mean, that I have to turn off. Yeah, the chokes and the tie downs. I don't want that. State saving. So normally you will remember that for the next time. No crosswinds. All right, so that can go off again. So inspection of the plane. The lights are on. Yeah, red and flashing. Park landing lights is on. Green and flashing. Yep. And the beacon light is also pulsing. So everything is up and running. Flaps down one level. Yep. That went down. Alright. Oh yeah, see a little white light on the rudder, and it's attached and it works. Other developers like Aeroflight, Aeroplane Heaven, with their Cessna 140 had this huge issue. Another one with the lights floating and not moving. So here everything is perfect from day one. Low voltage, that's there, because I'm sitting here, all the other electronics are on. Once I'm in the air and the engine is going. So the brake lever is pulled, so it's on, I'm offing it, and it starts moving already. Alright. I have to go talk to the tower. Which wind direction will it be? I'll check when I'm there. It's there, north. I'll check it when I'm there. Yo bikers, have a nice day. And airport people here at Popham. That's one thing that's not correct. At Popham, there's an here there's a fueling station. At all airports, when they have like a fueling possibility here, once you stop there, the fueling window should pop up. So I'm here and it doesn't pop up. So normally this should pop up, eh? And now I'm cheating, of course. Let's put a little bit more fuel. It's way too much, but yeah. And my weight, I'm 73 kilos. Alright, so no, that doesn't work. There's no functioning. Popham Airfield Fuel Service. You stop here and the pop-up window doesn't come. So that's something they need to fix. I will tell Burning Blue Designs they forgot about that. Because I also faced totally in front of the plane and it doesn't work. It doesn't pop up. It's not like I'm not positioned correctly. It just doesn't work. So let's go on the other side of the runway there. Look at those beautiful planes. All models standing there. It even has some beautiful old planes here. I think there's a Russian plane there. There also with the pilot next to it. And here a big surprise. Look at that. That's a beautiful bird. We all know what bird that is. Tell me in the comments below if you recognize it. I have it also. Beautiful noise. The best. So 08 and hold. Let's ask permission. Oh, maybe you have to go to the fueling options here before it pops up. Okay, let's ask permission of this.
Belgium 11-0, 1-7 IFR to Farnborough, ready to copy.
Okay, takeoff runway 08, climb departure, blah blah blah. I'll need clearance though. Okay. Okay. It has some instruction also what you have to do if you take off here, as on the
departure on 118.475 squawk 1764.
It's a little bumpy, so it's a little goes downhill and then uphill. Be careful. Contact ground.
Groundsman Belgium 11-01-7 ready to taxi IFR.
I'm here already. Well, I'm not gonna wait for all this procedure. Taxi clearance, blah blah blah. I'm already taxiing. I'm on the runway. Come on. Ah, here we go.
Towersman Belgium 11-01-7 at runway 8 ready for departure IFR.
Yep.
Farnborough.
Clear to take off runway 8. Alright, so the flap saws are on, mixture is on full pump is off. I'm all ready to go. There we go. Brakes off. Beautiful noise. Just gently with the rudder till you hit 55, up 60, okay. Rotation. Beautiful noise. Bye little lady. Please get into my plane next time. And there we go to the modeled fuel stations here. It's amazing. They go into great levels of detailing these airfields. And this is, I don't know what it is. A racetrack. I see two cars there. I see two motorcycles, so it's a motorcycle racetrack. Last time I didn't see. Okay, flaps in. And then trim it. I have a trim wheel here down below. Ah, it's already trimmed, I think. Yeah, just keep it level like this. And then I'm not touching my yoke anymore. Perfect. Let's close this window. And the noise is a little bit dampened. And there we go. Off we go. Doing almost 70, I think. No, 85 and going to 90 now. And the 3D noise is beautiful, eh? You can hear it. Ah, I forgot to put my aerodynamics caps on my wheels. I know I can change it mid-flight. Voila. Yep, not realistic to do it mid-flight, but it's more beautiful. Yep, that's better. Thank you. Don't need the iPad anymore. Okay, I have to put in my heading. That's then of course the help that I get with the new GPS. Set course to 77. Oopsie, I already passed it, fuck. 77. And that one also. The autopilot is pretty basic, it doesn't do crazy things. So I don't know And you can see I'm off course. Okay, thank you. I'm totally to the left, and it shows I'm not on the flight plan like this, but I have to go more to the right. The GPS unit shows it very clearly, eh? Yeah, 80. I'm not gonna do that. It will correct itself once I'm leveled off. Ease the throttle, so it's out of the red. Alright, and now straighten. Just have to get to the red line. Let's do that. And the temperature here, yeah, it's 21 I think, or so, 22. A little bit of clouds, but not much. Live weather. I always fly with live weather. I don't want any fakeness. There we go. And I'll take a left. And then we'll line up again with the flight plan, I mean, like this. A little bit to the right, but that's okay. Okay, trim it, because it's going up. Alright. Let's try that autopilot again. So on. That's not going on. Why? I press my button on my yoke to go on, but it's not doing it. Steering, no. Autopilot. It's not going on. Why? Still, I don't know. I'm not an autopilot user that much, but I can't. Once I move, it's holding me back. So it's fighting with me, and then it turns off automatically, like cruise control in a car. Okay, I have to read the manual to really use it, but I think something is still not going correctly. I read it a little bit. I should turn on. And then heading. It should follow my heading that I put here. I think it's doing it. Yep, it's working. Alright. Turning into the airport tower that I'm going to. So now the autopilot is on, it's on, so the button doesn't keep on the on position, so it's just a toggle switch, maybe on off, but it always returns back to the middle, and my heading is on. So I'm still in control of elevation. Ooh, the clouds. Beautiful. Oh yeah, the landing light is still on, I think. Yep. Off that. I don't need that. I'm in the clouds. Listen to the noise of that engine, man. Beautiful. There used to be like a puffing, but of course if you knew overstress the engine, because the exhaust is there on the front somewhere with the previous. Piper arrows. And there was like a little smoke. But I guess that's the particle updates in the future. After Sim Update 5 or the DirectX 12 comes to the Sim, all these kinds of things will be possible then. Beautiful flight. Let's see, I'm still going correct. Yep. So the autopilot works. You have to turn it on and activate heading. So we're almost there. Let's see what the radio control is saying. Request full stop.
Harborough Tower, Sven Belgium 11-01-7 is 5 miles west, 5,300 feet with kilo to land.
Beautiful. Look at the texturing. Everything is so beautiful. I just love this plane. Also thanks Steve, the VR sim guy, the VR flight sim guy. Sorry, I always get so many words in that one handle name, man. VR sim guy, VR flight sim guy, Steve. He's a good guy. He's the one who recommended most of the things already. So if you want to go to his channel also, the VR flight sim guy, and watch his videos because he's a professional. I'm just having fun. I'm just trying to do what he does a little bit because I'm on construction holiday. I have all the time in the world now to play around.
Fly straight at runway 06.
You see, like the dashboard is really worn and everything, and every detail is so perfect. Let's press a button again. Yep, the lights work. So let's see, the fuel on the right is way higher, but I think I am on the right. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave it. Fuel pressure is perfect, oil, everything, oil temperature, everything is looking perfect. The airfield should be there, so I'm gonna turn off the autopilot. Voila, and go down already. Because the airport is gonna be right there in front of us. Yep. Sparky moves. That's not something you do in real life. Go as fast as I am doing. What's the speed I'm going? Way over above the speed limit. 140. Let's see if I can stress it. 160. Like, ooh! You can hear the propeller complain, eh? Sparky move. Yoo! Okay, recover. Enough craziness. Where's the airfield? I'll miss the airport. Where is it? I missed it. Ah, it's there. Let's fly over it and ask clearance.
Clear to land runway 06, Sven Belgium
06 out does this one already. Full flaps. Ah, that's a little bit steep. And way too fast. No. I'm gonna do a turnaround. Report go around.
going around Sven Belgium 11-01-7.
That's all part of the airport. Look at this detailing, and there's a lot of air shows here, so that's why the seats are there. They all to look at all the air shows that take place here. I've never been here, so I really have to come and visit once the COVID rules permit it. Look at that beautiful airport. and it's going pretty fast because normally this airport is really bad for frame rates. It really put the pressure high, but I think they put an update not so long ago. Forgive me, I don't know the version by number, but it's already a newer version than before, and I think they really improved it. Okay. I already have clearance, huh? Go around. Alright. Flaps. A little bit. Watch my airspeed. That's so fun in VR. You can really see how you're flying. I don't know how you guys do it in 2D, but it's a long runway, so I can just take it easy. There we go. Flaps. Now a more realistic approach angle. Let her slow her down. Take the engine off, not too much. So she's so stable, eh? I also said it the last time in the video. There we go. Touchdown. Ah, a little bump. Last time I didn't have clearance, now I do. Okay, flaps back in. Okay, let's... On the screeching noises of the tires, I love that. That's beautiful. That's a detail I have to check on other planes. I never heard any screeching of the rubbers of the tires. And the suspension is going left and right. Sparky move on the ground then, because you can do inverted flight. Let's go to this hangar, because last time I went to that hangar. There's also a hangar over here. Let's go inside. Ooh, security personnel. Am I allowed? Ah, there's no room there. Is there room? Only private jets? Alright, he's instructing me a little bit more to the right. Okay, perfect landing. So let's hear the noise when you kill the engine. There we go, cutting the fuel. Beautiful. That's it. Thank you for this update. So the configuration file from support that I got from Just Flight solved my issue with the Honeycomb Alpha Yoke. So the key was going. So now it doesn't start because it doesn't have fuel. Let's give her fuel. Boom, and there she goes. Start right up. So they really solved that. That's perfect. So magnetos off, fuel off. They solved it. Perfect. So thank you for watching. They solved the issue. I guess I'm gonna ask support if this is gonna be included in their next patch level. I'm very sure it will, and when that will be arriving. So, but they got a hotfix, you can call it. If you contact them, they will send you a engine config file, which you have to overwrite your existing one in a community folder of this airplane, and that will solve the issue. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.